From hotspots to hidden gems, this is your guide to all things local, the LA Unscripted way, from where it all happens, the LAU offices at KTLA. From hashtag hot girl walk to quiet quitting for mental health, how do you find your zen? Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and we love to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and even X. But at our unscripted heart, we're news and committed to bringing you tried and true local advice and suggestions to live your best life. So let's ride the wellness wave. And first up, I dare you to a gut check.
Let's be honest, talking about gut health could be a little awkward, but we love our healthy vibes, so let's go get my gut checked.
So gut health is important for many different reasons. One is that the gut plays a functional role in actually how well your brain functions, cognitive function, neurodegenerative diseases, but even issues like inflammation or small intestine bacterial overgrowth that so many people complain about today. I'm Dr. Alex Hein, doctor of acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine.
Dr. Alex, my gut health is trash, I'm being honest. What can you do to help me?
I'm gonna do an abdominal exam, and then I'll show a little bit about what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing and what it indicates. So there can be a few different issues for having gut dysbiosis. Now, one of them is obviously diet and lifestyle. The second is stress. Stress can change levels of, for example, enzyme production in the pancreas. On top of that, medications can have a certain effect. So this tension around the belly button is often an indicator of sometimes what we call is pancreatic enzyme deficiency. So people with this condition will often have a lot of bloating below the belly button.
That's what I have.
Sure.
That's me.
So when I was young, actually particularly in my early 20s, I developed a lot of GI issues myself. And after I'd been to every medical specialist, someone had referred me to an acupuncturist, and this person had actually given me a compounded formula from traditional Chinese medicine that had made such a big difference in the next 30 days. I actually ended up living in China, and that became this odyssey of where I am today.
Are there any foods that cause more gut issues than others?
For a lot of people, it's mostly carbs that cause a lot of the bloating.
So my morning toast has gotta go?
Basically, there's a few findings jumping out to me. One is this upper GI finding, right, in the upper epigastric area. It's an issue of enzymes and sometimes stomach acid. The next one being right above the belly button. Can you feel that tension right in there? Right, that's where we're getting that strong pulsation of the abdominal aorta.
All right, so what do you suggest I do?
Well, technically I'd have to have your whole medical history. So today what we can do is we'll do some moxibustion, which helps improve blood flow and circulation.
Feels warm, but not like uncomfortable.
So I know we didn't really do a full treatment, we just did a little bit of moxa, but how do you feel?
I feel actually really relaxed and kind of nice. What do you suggest I do for the future?
So in terms of your own personal habits, one thing you can do is have a more diversified diet, right? More eggs in the morning with veggies instead of just bread, and more Mediterranean diet and a little bit lower carb will often help.
All right, thanks doctor. I'll cut out that bread and consider my gut checked.
You know what is gut-wrenching? When unscripters don't share their go-to spots, because we listen. Now our Jasmine Simpkins goes long to Long Beach.
Gotta have this and this and this. Oh, gotta get all my products, guys.
The Wellest is, I like to say it's a modern mercantile and a conscious concept store. I do have a variety of products: clean skincare, beauty, bath and body, fair trade, brands, clothing, accessories, and don't forget the non-alcoholic beverages. About 8 years ago, I started experiencing a number of issues with my skin, with my health. Specifically, I was having inflammation and pain from some of the traditional skincare products that I was using. And I was also taking a 22-week program on the conservation and taxonomy of animals and plants. It was also very enlightening at that moment to learn about all of the ingredients that were in some of our skincare products, our foods, even our home cleaning products. I came up with the idea of the Wellest to create the store that I wanted to shop in. This is where I have my clean skincare, beauty, bath and body, and some of the products are obviously non-toxic.
The flow of the store, I love it. It's so quaint and so cute. I feel like you've got beach vibes in here, right?
The one thing about the store that I really wanted to make sure of was that it was a community space.
Brady, I also love that you actually have a bar in here so people can sit and sip at the same time.
That was the hope with the community space, was to get people to come in and taste it and then, learn a bit about the beverages. For instance, De Soie is one of the brands that is a hit here, created by Katy Perry.
I was gonna say, she looks familiar.
Yeah. We also have the non-alcoholic spirits, so gin alternatives, mezcal, tequila alternatives, whiskey, and just a variety of options.
And what I love is that you can come in here and shop with a purpose and with intention, and it's all giving back to the environment.
That's what I hope.
How good does it feel that you've opened up this store right here in the neighborhood you grew up?
It feels amazing. It really is a dream come true. I had been in the entertainment industry for many years, went back to college to UCLA, and then went into marketing and tourism and a number of other, loves, passions. But I had always wanted to open up my own business and bring it back to Long Beach and share with the community.
Let us know how you catch healthy vibes. All right, now let's get into what everyone's been weighing in on for months, the celebrity diet drug controversy. Now LAU checking in with a Beverly Hills doctor to help keep you in the know.
Right now, in this past year and a half, if anybody loses weight, you can almost 100% say it was one of the semaglutides, so Ozempic, Mounjaro, anything like that. And the reason for that is that it is a generally relatively safe medication, so everybody's excited about it. Now, it's being overused, obviously, and the skinny people who don't need it and shouldn't be using it are using it, and it is unhealthy for them. So semaglutide, it acts on, in the world of your insulin, it acts on the glucagon-like receptors. It activates them in a way where it slows down the passage of food through your gut, makes you not hungry.
So Ozempic, Wegovy, Saxenda, these all came out like 5 years ago. So as a bariatric surgeon, I never did medical weight loss until Mounjaro came out, because the other ones were good. Mounjaro was a game changer, very close to what surgery helps you to lose.
So people who it affects their health when they're overweight, they should be taking semaglutide. But if you have somebody who's not that overweight and they're taking it, it's bad in every way.
So with bariatric surgery, we've known hair loss to be a side effect, right? Because of the profound and the rapid weight loss. With these injections, I think now we're seeing that more and more frequently. So number one, some patients are losing it because they're not getting enough protein. When you're on these medications, you don't want to eat, you don't feel like eating. Number two, you're also not getting certain vitamins and minerals.
So the two biggest things you could go after in the cosmetic world are weight loss, hair loss. Those are the two things where everybody wants a solution.
What happens with rapid weight loss creates more hair loss. So what we do, we'll put them on the vitamins, which help to stabilize, where they're deficient. And then we can also do injections on a yearly basis, which is PRP, platelet-rich plasma. There's no overnight success. There's no miracle pill. Hair is a very lengthy process. Usually, if you're doing a combination of treatments, vitamins, topicals, medication, you'll start seeing good results at 6 months. Obviously, the earlier you catch it, the better.
There's a lot of other effects that, you have to worry about with the strain on your body, the stress of your body, but this happens because people are taking it improperly, not because it's a bad medication.
Hashtag knowledge is power. And we have more healthy vibes coming up. LA Unscripted, we're good for you. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from our home offices on Sunset Boulevard. I'm Dana Devin, and today's show is all about trending healthy vibes. And now our sponsor with something to smile about.
Brock McGillis, the first openly gay hockey player, is touring around the U.S. trying to make a change. Today, he is here with the Anaheim Ducks to tell his story.
Hockey is something I love, and it's something I've loved since I was a little kid. I played professionally. I played in the OHL in Windsor and Sault Ste. Marie, and then I moved on to professionally here in the US in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And then I moved on to Europe. The title of being the first openly gay men's professional hockey player, like, it just seems surreal and weird. It was a challenge trying to be gay and play hockey. I adhere to the norms of the culture because of the language, behaviors, and attitudes that I heard and saw daily. I'm ashamed to admit it now, as a womanizer. I partied hard, I was cocky. I walked into a room like I owned it, acted like I was a gift to the world. Everyone around me thought I had the school life. What they didn't know is I go home to my billet's house at night and I cry. Candidly, I wanted to die, and on more than one occasion I tried to, because I couldn't be me and do what I loved. From 18 to 23, I think I drank every day, and my career started to derail. Before I knew it, I was in the minors in Europe. It took a toll. It wasn't easy, but I think that's why I do what I do now, because I don't want anyone else to feel the way I felt. It's about fostering welcoming environments where everybody can be themselves.
100 teams, 100 days. Join me across Canada to inspire the next shift makers.
The Shift Makers Tour is something I developed last year in Canada. I decided that it would be a good idea to go across Canada and go to over 100 hockey teams in 100 days. And then I decided, you know what? We're not done. We're bringing this to the US. Today I'm in Anaheim with the Anaheim Ducks to work with their organization and all their employees, and I'm so excited to be here. The more that teams do this, the more that youth hockey, junior hockey, NCAA hockey are like, oh yeah, let's bring him in. And not just hockey, other sports too. So it just lends credibility to my work, and it shows that they want to foster, you know, safe and welcoming environments for all their employees and staff and team. The goal is to share my story as a gateway to having conversations about creating shifts. I challenge people to be brave. I challenge them to be courageous, because I think everyone wants to be. And they also want to be a good person. You know, why are we laughing at that thing we actually don't find funny that's offensive? Because of the rest of the room did, whether it's a corporate setting or a locker room setting or anywhere else. Why are we staying silent when somebody does something that's wrong? Why don't we have the courage, the bravery to stand up?
Okay, get this. An 85-year-long Harvard study finds it's not money, career, fame, or followers that help people live longer, but positive relationships. Yep, real-life connections are proven to make us happier and healthier. Thanks to you guys, I may live forever. And LA Unscripted has more to keep you connected to the community when we come back. Are you feeling the love? People, connection, and community are proven to give you healthy vibes, and in this show, we have it all. Now, our Olivia De Bortoli is out and about finding new ways to discover SoCal. What's she up to now?
I've been in LA almost 12 years, and I've never experienced my city quite like this. This is the coolest way to get around.
I'm taking a lot of locals out. We're riding over the 6th Street Bridge. They don't know about the Spring Street or 7th Street protected bike lanes. And we're showing them stuff that everybody always says, wow, I drive this street every day and I never knew this was here. Handlebar Bike Tours do half-day tours around downtown Los Angeles and the Arts District. They're designed for people who don't ride bikes a lot, so you don't have to be a spandex warrior to come out on one of our tours. There's a lot of history here, and I was surprised by it. There's also the Arts District, which is full of murals. The food is amazing. We just started our first food tour, get a lot of good reviews for that. And I just love it. It's funky, you know, it's not sterile like some other cities. Downtown gets a bad rap, but I think it's always entertaining.
Let's go.
This neighborhood actually has the most miles of bike lanes anywhere in LA. The drivers are used to bicycles being around, so it's a lot easier than people think it's gonna be.
I would never thought in a million years I'd be riding a bike in downtown, that's for sure.
When you're out on a bike, you get to see it, you get to hear it, you get to smell the taco trucks, you get to sneak through the sneaky alleys, which people always say, wow, I love that. I never would have seen that if I was in a car.
The unscripted way is to try it all, and oh, we do.
The thing that I fell in love with jump rope so much is just, as I mentioned before, that opportunity to be creative. You can move your arms in different patterns. You can position your body standing up tall, going down to the ground, jumping on your hands, jumping sitting down, jumping in a push-up, whatever you want to do.
If you've been on social media lately, you've seen jump roping and jump roping tricks taking over. Now I'm getting an actual jump roping lesson from a world champion right here at the beautiful Santa Monica Pier. Am I going to be doing that? Oh my God.
LA really has, you've got things like skateboarding and surfing that have really become part of the culture. I see jump rope as, I hope, as one of the next things that could really become part of LA culture.
Have you always been into fitness your whole life?
It wasn't until I found jump rope actually. Like I tried a ton of different sports, basketball, baseball, soccer, football. Nothing really stuck, and then I found jump rope when I was about 10 years old and just loved it and stuck with it ever since.
This reminds me of University of Miami.
Let's go.
This is like Barbie. I think I'll take that.
Okay, and so I want to say 2016 or 17, I started Let's Jump LA, which is my company. So the main thing we do is teaching, right? So that takes a lot of different forms. It's teaching in schools, so we do after school programs. I teach classes for all ages. I have a kids class that's every Sunday in Torrance. I have an adults class that's every Sunday morning in Torrance. That looks pretty good.
Thank you, but this is all I can do.
Yeah, jump roping has tons of health benefits. The big one that we always hear, that I always heard growing up, is it's a great cardiovascular exercise. It's one of the best ways to work on your heart and your lung strength, right up there with like swimming, boxing, cycling.
How many calories can you burn jumping rope?
So just with the basic single bounce jump, you can burn between 200 to 300 calories every 15 minutes.
Would you hope that jump roping could be like an Olympic sport?
Yes, and that is something that we're working on. I'm currently a board member for the American Jump Rope Federation, which is a member of the International Jump Rope Union. And one of our main goals we've been working on for years and years is getting jump rope to the Olympic sport. You want to learn some tricks?
Yeah.
One of the most basic footwork skills you can do is just jumping from side to side. We're going to start always by taking 4 regular jumps. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
Good. You learned your first trick. That's awesome.
Hard.
That's awesome. We have our footwork. Now we can do basically skills that are involving the arms. So this will be a cross or a side swing. We're ready, set, go. Big cross and jump. Yes, and open. Good. You've done that one before.
No, I haven't.
Really?
Oh my God, if you're looking for a good workout, this is it. I'm exhausted, but can I still try out for the Olympics?
Yes, we need you on the team.
Let's go. Healthy vibes are easy to catch, especially in our city. Now Jasmine is back and putting Pilates to the test.
Summer bodies are made all year long at Former Pilates, and LA Unscripted, we're getting our sweat on today at their hidden Hollywood studio. Let's go.
Forma Pilates is based around the Forma method. I take the core essence of classical Pilates and I kind of give it a little spice and twist, a lot of abs and glutes and obviously 100% of your core in a more slow and controlled environment. That's it, the shakes are coming, I feel them. 2, and now you're gonna pike, lift your hips up, look towards your thighs, try to close that carriage. It's something that I created actually during COVID. I bought a reformer for personal use and decided to just train myself. And I would post it on Instagram and then friends would reach out. and want to come get on the machines. I started with one reformer in my mom's back house, in her pool house. I didn't want to call it like Pilates by Liana because I decided that I wanted the brand to evolve into other things, but also not solely rely on Liana. For me, I was like, how can I make this like a sexy, feminine, sophisticated brand? And I just thought of Forma. It means shape in Spanish. I think Forma definitely helped put Pilates on the market for the younger generation. We're very detail oriented. So we kind of teach you the proper form, what you're working, that mind-body connection. That is the benefits of being in a smaller class. It's a lot more communication. Lengthen, beautiful, and slowly bend and press. I'm not like a big studio. I'm here to really kind of sell a lifestyle and a brand that embodies kind of 360 degrees of wellness versus just Pilates.
Feeling healthier and happier already? Me too. Well, there is more to smile and feel good about tomorrow. Where will we be? You never know. We'll see you next time. Mwah.